Hello everyone, Steve Myers here with another Creo Parametric tutorial. If you've ever wondered how to create a square to round blend, stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. The key to successfully creating a square to round blend is creating the round section of the blend properly. There are two different ways to create a blend, or two different ways to approach it. One is that you sketch your sections ahead of time and then select them for the blend. And the other way is to actually create the sketches while in the process of creating the blend feature. Whichever way you choose, you still have to get the round section correct in order for your square to round blend to work out. For this example, I'll be sketching ahead of time and then selecting the sketches for the blend. So I'll start by putting a square cross section on the front plane here, and I always like to put a center line in my blend sections because it helps me to snap things to the center if I should want to do that. In this case I will do that when I create the rectangle. Just let that snap to symmetry. That's all we need to do for the square section. For the round section we need a plane that is parallel to but some distance away from the plane that we use for the square section. So I'll create that plane now by just offsetting it a certain distance here. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to the sketch view for this. I'll first pick that plane to sketch on, and then because this will give me a good look at the square section as well, I want to look at that straight on. You'll see the significance of that in just a moment here. First I'll sketch my round section, and here's where that key to getting the successful square to round blend comes in. I need to divide this circular section up into the same number of entities that I have in the square section, which in this case is 4. And I want my blend points on the circle to line up with the corners of the square. To accomplish that, I'll create references at the corners of the square. Slide that over a bit. So each of these 4 corners will become a reference, and then I will construct center lines that connect those. Just let those snap to the references there. Now there's a slick tool here called Divide that I can use to split the circle up. It's right here under the editing group in the Sketcher ribbon. So I'll select Divide there, and then as I move my cursor it will snap to intersection points. So I'll just let it snap to these 4 points and make a selection there with the left mouse button. And I have now successfully divided that circle up into 4 pieces. So now when I finish the sketch, I've got my circle divided into the 4 pieces there. I'll turn off the planes here so we get things nice and clear. And now we're ready to create the blend. Now, as you look at the ribbon up here on the top, I really don't see blend anywhere. And if you're new to Creo Parametric 2, or if you're new to Creo and you don't see the blend tool here, it happens to be right here under the shapes group. But if you don't know that, you can always go to the command search here and just type in blend. And as I hover over any of these blend items on the list, you can see the pathway illuminated in yellow to where the blend command is. I can just follow that path, or I could actually pick it right here in the command search results, and I'm taken into the blend tool. Then notice also that sections is red here up in the tabs in the dashboard. That means I need to provide some information there. So I'll go ahead and expand that. And here's where I make the choice between sketching my sections or selecting sections I've already sketched, and that's what I'll do for this example. The first section will be the square. Then I'll hit the insert button and pick the round section, and you'll notice something a little strange here, that my section, or that my blend, is twisted. That's a matter of where the start point is on the circular section. Now when we sketch this section, I didn't pay attention to where that start point was, and I really don't care, because at any point I can just grab it and drag it over to the correct spot there, and now you can see that my blend points on my circle line up with the corners of the rectangle, and the result then is a successful square to round blend. Well, now you know how to create a square to round blend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.